Fox 10 News alert this afternoon. Skyfox flying over Thompson Ranch Elementary School in El Mirage. Right now, it is on lockdown. We're being told that police there say a man attempted to enter the building and did appear to be armed. Multiple agencies are responding there. As you can see, Troy, it is very busy there as they deal with this situation.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as we have seen in Uvalde, Texas, and in too many other locations. So this is moments ago here as they are pulling somebody out of that building. And it does appear that it's an adult on a stretcher here wheeled out of the school. So we don't know if this is some sort of a medical emergency, but they did appear to be alert and looking around as they were wheeled out. So our veteran photojournalist, Rick Davis, on the ground. And Rick, I can imagine, we saw from Skyfox video here just a moment ago, how many worried parents there are, and from your shot, I can see the response from law enforcement. What has happened out there today?
Yeah, Troy, this is by far a very active scene. What I can see from the ground, lots of response. Obviously, we're in El Mirage. We're off of Grand Avenue and Thompson Ranch. DPS responding. Surprise, all West Valley agencies are at this school to deem it safe for whatever the situation may be. Obviously, there are parents that they're starting to put into the library, I believe, so they can be rejoined with their kids. I think at this point they're just trying to clear the school, make sure everybody's safe. As far as the person in the ambulance, we don't know much about that. There are a lot of reports going around about what happened and what did not happen.
All right, so did you see that person have any sort of obvious trauma? Something that, because we're reporting now, and maybe you can help us out with this, that there were some witness accounts that this adult going into this school was armed. So did you see that person coming out with any obvious signs of trauma, like they may have been shot?
Not at all. Only saw the ambulance arriving at the school. As a precaution, we're staying back away from the scene as we can get video in a safe area. So we don't know and have not seen that person come out that Skyfox is taking pictures of on the stretcher.
Yeah, and Rick, overall, it seems like from the images we're seeing now that a lot of folks are standing around. They seem to be pretty calm at this moment. Did it seem like a lot of parents were able to reunite with their children? How did the process of that all work out?
Yeah, and that's what they're setting up now, this reunification, if you will, in one of the, I believe the library, another classroom or auditorium area for parents to come and get their kids. So yeah, this is so volatile and so active. This all will change in a little bit, but at this point, with all the law enforcement here, I'm thinking that it's a pretty safe area to be at.
So if you look to the right side of your screen there, it says Thompson Ranch Elementary baseball and softball tryouts this week. So, I mean, look, you've got all these little kids in this school, and unfortunately, this is the day and age we're living in. That we have reports of somebody entering that school, possibly with a gun. If you're just joining us, this is Thompson Ranch Elementary in El Mirage. And Rick, to the bottom right part of your picture right here, I do see a group of adults standing behind crime scene tape. Now, I assume that those are parents, some very worried parents coming in to try to grab their kids. Is that what your understanding is?
Yeah, Troy, and like I said, there are parents they're literally running up to the school. Wow. As we're live right now to get close to their loved ones and make sure that they're okay. So yeah, we're watching this unfold, and yeah, I'll pan back over to where the crime tape was at, and I bet that's where that reunification area is at for them to go and find their kids.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, I can't imagine being a parent hearing this happening at the school. Rick, we appreciate you.
So
okay,
we've only seen, again, so just to wrap this up before we leave, we had reports that there was somebody going into this school with a gun. Skyfox saw an adult leave this school on a stretcher and get into an ambulance. Rick Davis, our photographer out there, saw that ambulance leave. Did not know if there was any sign of obvious trauma. The one thing we can say, though, Rick, since you've been there, you haven't seen anybody else leave that school either. I mean, so it's the one ambulance and the one person since you've been there.
That is correct. One AMBO, lots of law enforcement, and obviously parents that, you know, they're getting their alerts maybe on text message or auto dial to homes and things like that to come, and the parents are actually getting more information, I would believe, from the school than we are about the circumstances.
All right, so Rick Davis is going to stay there in the area. Anything changes within this newscast, we'll have it for you, of course, and you can tune into later editions of Fox 10 News. But I think the good news
and you
here...
do see some parents there holding their children, walking down the sidewalk there.
They're able to grab the kids out. We do not have any indication that any students were hurt out there. We only saw the one adult being wheeled out on the stretcher, but we, of course, will stay at that scene.